Hello everybody, it is Azaspid here, and in this video today I want to talk about a multitude of things concerning the next Smash Bros. Installment. I keep wanting to say Smash Ultimate, but who knows. There is a lot of speculation behind the next Smash Bros. Game. I've watched a lot of videos of people talking about it. I feel like the most common response is that people think that there's gonna be a Smash Ultimate Deluxe for the Switch 2. Now, personally, I disagree with that. I don't think that there is any way that we could get a deluxe game. In fact, I'm honestly surprised that so many people believe in that kind of thing, because, I mean, there's only 3 games that got put onto the Switch, like, ported onto the Switch that were deluxe games. There's only 3 deluxe games in general. There's Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, New Super Mario Bros. Wii U Deluxe, and then Kirby Returns to Dreamland Deluxe. All of those were ports of games that were not on the Switch previously. And I mean, so I can understand, you know, oh, like, what's your point? You know, like, they could just port Ultimate over, and that is a port right there, and they could slap Deluxe on the title. However, if you've been watching the recent directs, you'll notice that the ports that they've done from the Switch 1 to the Switch 2, they haven't slapped Deluxe on the title. They've done this thing called an upgrade pack. So what they did for Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild, basically it just enhanced the visuals, I think. You know, taking advantage of the Switch 2's hardware. And, I mean, you can buy them separately, I think. Like, I think you can buy Switch 2 versions of Switch 1 games, or you can buy the upgrade pack if you already have the game. Which upgrade packs are like $10 for each of them, I think. And I mean, that's a way for them to port over games from the Switch to the Switch 2. They did that with, like I said, Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild. They did that with Kirby and the Forgotten Lands. And then they've also done that with Mario Party Jamboree. Like, not only is it a way for them to port the game over from the Switch 1 to the Switch 2, especially considering that not every Switch 1 game is going to be compatible with the Switch 2, which is a bit confusing. It's a bit of a head-scratcher, but yeah, but it's also a way for them to add a little bit of content. So if anything, I highly doubt that they're gonna do a Deluxe Ultimate. Like, there's no shot. If anything, they're gonna, like, re-release it as a Switch 2 upgrade pack port kind of thing. But even then, I doubt that they're gonna do that, especially since Smash Ultimate came out December 7th, 2018. Let that sink in. That's basically, let's just round it up to like early 2019. That was, oh my gosh, 6 years ago? 6 years ago? Yeah, that's crazy. That's basically that. Yeah, that's like, yeah, isn't that? Yeah, that's 6 years ago. It feels longer, honestly. It really does feel longer, but that in of itself is a long time. And you know, the last update was the 13.0.3 update, which was October, that came out October 8th, 2024, which, you know, that just addressed some online stuff with the GSP, so nothing really too big. And on top of that, after Sora came out, you know, Mr. Masahiro Sakurai, the dude who has worked with the Smash Bros. Games, he came up with them. I actually don't know if he came up with them, but he's the big guy for it, you know? The big director, I guess, the big leader behind it. Whenever Sora came out, you know, there was a tweet that he posted, which, when translated, it basically, he said that, I mean, the amiibo looked good for Sora, but that he was the last fighter for Ultimate, and, you know, Sakurai was kind of done with Ultimate. And on top of that, Sakurai has also made his own little series on YouTube. He actually came back to the industry. He came back to work for Nintendo. Now, it has already been revealed that one of the games that he has worked on is Kirby Air Riders, which is, I mean, I don't really know a lot about Kirby Air Riders, but he could also potentially be working on the next Smash Bros. Game, especially since he believes that it would be very difficult for Nintendo to move on and make the next Smash installment without him, since he has been leading it, you know, for its entire lifespan. It's crazy. And honestly, I for one agree with that. I do think that he's gonna come back. I do think he's gonna work on it. You know, matter of fact, let me see how old he is. Mr. Masahiro Sakurai himself is apparently 54 years old. He was born on August 3rd, 1970. That's impressive. But yeah, so they might very well do a Switch 2 version. They very well might, just port it over, do an upgrade pack. But I feel like that's unlikely, and on top of that, I feel like that's not what the people want. I, for one, don't want that. I, as a consumer, it's been 6 years. Ultimate's getting kind of stale for me. Like, if they don't make a new Smash Bros. Game, I'm honestly just gonna switch from, no pun intended, switch from Ultimate to, committing to Rivals of Aether 2, because that's a new, hot, platform fighter that is, it's reliable, it's pretty faithful. It's really fun, and I really enjoy it, and they've done so much in 5 months. Honestly, the game has only been out for 5 months. So if they really decided to just put Smash Ultimate, an upgrade pack version, whatever, Switch 2 version, onto the Switch 2, they wouldn't be able to add any more characters because Sora has been confirmed to be the last one. Sakurai probably would be working on it. I don't know, but, he already confirmed, like I said, that Sora is the last character. He's done with it, basically, so he actually wouldn't be working on it. So there's no shot that they would be doing another Ultimate unless if it's just a straight copy and paste. And that's like, what, for another console generation? Like, for an entire console generation, who knows, like another 6 or more years, we're just gonna have the same thing. Like I said, the last update was late 2024. It was October, I think I said October 8th. That was like half a year ago that we got the last update for Smash Ultimate, and it didn't have anything to do with gameplay. There not doing any patch updates for characters, buffing them or nerfing them, and there's already a ton of guides out there for every single character. There wouldn't be anything new in terms of content. What could they possibly add that would make it worth, getting this new version of the game? If anything, what I would prefer to see, and what I think they're going to do, is honestly, I think that Nintendo is going to be cooking up a new Smash Bros. Game. Who knows when it's going to come out? Honestly, I'm thinking it's going to get revealed in 2026. That's my prediction. I hope that this video doesn't age like milk and I'm completely wrong. But seriously, I think there's going to be a new Smash Bros. Game. It's going to have a smaller roster, but a good size, decently sized roster. I think that every character is going to be remade, or almost every character, most characters. Sakurai's going to be working on it. I hope. That's what I would want. And we're going to have, like I said, every character is going to be reworked to be as modernly accurate as possible. So they could pull from Mario Odyssey for Mario, for his moveset. Donkey Kong from Donkey Kong Bonanza. For Link, Tears of the Kingdom. Samus. Whatever the new Metroid game is. What is it? Metroid Prime 4 or something? Metroid Dread? I don't even know, man. I've never played Metroid, but the new Metroid game that's going to come out. There have been so many installments and whatnot, so many appearances of these characters since then that their movesets could change, and it would bring something new, something fresh, because honestly, how are you going to top Ultimate making a new game when your characters are going to have the same movesets, but it's a smaller roster? That wouldn't make any sense. I mean, we got to see with Ultimate a little bit of taste of change whenever we got to see Link being represented by Breath of the Wild. Now, his moveset wasn't entirely faithful to Breath of the Wild, let's be honest. They could have changed a lot more, and that would have been cool. But honestly, I think they should do more of that for the next installment. I mean, imagine if Donkey Kong's able to, rip up the terrain. He's able to dig around somehow. This would change the game forever. Mario's able to throw out Cappy, use it for both recovery and an active projectile or whatever, like a hitbox. He wouldn't be able to capture people, but it would still be cool. And then you have, I don't know, Link from, Tears of the Kingdom. He's able to, his recovery would be the move where he, shoots himself up in a column and he can go through platforms. It would change the game forever, seriously. It really would. Or he could have a glider for his recovery. I mean, I feel like a lot of people really wanted that, and he just never got it for some reason. But with these characters being more modernly represented, I feel like it really just makes sense. So anyway, that's really my thoughts on it. I don't think they're going to do a deluxe version. I feel like that's honestly out of the question. If anything, If they do a port, I feel like they're going to do an upgrade pack sort of thing. But even I feel doubtful about that. I don't think they have a reason to do an upgrade pack sort of thing. If anything, they really have a reason to make a new Smash Bros. Game. That may come out, you know, in 1 or 2 years, like 2026, 2027, who knows? But honestly, that's what I'm hoping for, and I'm here for it. I'm all here for it. So anyways, please make sure to go down in the comment section below, give your own thoughts about what you want in the next Smash Bros. Game, if you agree with me, if you disagree, and make sure to check out my other videos, and I'll catch you all on the flip side. Goodbye!